You forgot this movie came out? I don't blame you. There's been very little marketing for this, and honestly, I think that's because the studio knew this movie isn't very good. But they didn't want it to be a victim of another tax write-off like they did with Batgirl. But this is Lord of the Rings in name only. This feels like someone's generic fantasy anime that they then put the Lord of the Rings name on because of brand recognition. The story is pretty forgettable, with characters that are just as bland and forgettable. Our main character is a princess who, get this, doesn't want to get married and instead wants to fight in battle, but oh no, her father won't let her. Gee, haven't seen that before. And it's not just her that's underdeveloped. All the characters in this movie are incredibly underdeveloped. Let me tell you, there's a scene halfway through where a character is killed in battle, and it's played in the movie like it's this big deal, this big emotional moment. When they died, I felt nothing. And that's because we had only spent like 30 seconds with that character prior to this. The characters all feel like tropes and not characters. And the villain's plan is unclear. And therefore, the battle scenes aren't that compelling because I don't care about the characters, and therefore, I don't care about the stakes. Dialogue is also pretty cliche. Like, in the final battle where they're facing off, he's like, I'm not afraid of you. You should be, or you will be, or something like that. Like, did a 5-year-old write this script? It's so cliche. The one positive I have in this movie, it is well animated, especially the background. Because my word, the backgrounds in this movie are gorgeous. I couldn't tell at times if they were drawn or photos, because that's how realistic and detailed they look. Maybe if this were a 10 episode anime series instead of a 2 hour movie, and it had more time to develop these characters and flesh everything out, and we could care more about it, it would have been more compelling. But this is a movie where even if you are a Lord of the Rings or an anime fan, you can skip. For me, it gets a D, a 6 out of 10, and a 1 out of 5 stars, and that's only because the movie is nice to look at, not because it's actually enjoyable.